Boom. Okay, so it reads Team Parker to Usyk. We're the A side. 70-30 split for us. Now you see, now to me that's just cheeky. That is just plain cheeky. You've got the opportunity. You've been given the opportunity from out of nowhere. It seems you may have the opportunity to fight for the WBO heavyweight title again. You could get that back again. But what do? They go and say, we're the A side, which you're not. 70-30 split for us. So this is going to what you said earlier, Watcher. David Higgins, the manager for the WBO heavyweight championship champion. Joseph Parker says their boxer is without question the A side of any agreement for a potential fight with Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk, who unified the entire cruiserweight division in 2018, made his heavyweight debut in October with a stoppage victory over Chaz Witherspoon. There is a possibility that both boxers could be ordered to fight each other, with Usyk being the mandatory challenger to the WBO world title and Parker being ranked at number 2. Okay, so we know that Anthony Joshua has been ordered to face Usyk, but he's also been ordered to face the IBF mandatory Kubrat Pulev. Joshua and Pulev have till January the 31st to reach a deal. So that's the end of January the 31st. Where are we now? We're the 13th. Yeah, so they got 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 days. Okay, so if Joshua decides to vacate the WBO, then Parker is ready to face Usyk for the title with the proper financial terms in place. Usyk has not earned his stripes at heavyweight, says Higgins. Joseph Parker is the A side, and Joseph Parker has sold out the Principality Stadium with Joshua. He sold out the O2 Stadium with White. Okay, he's the A side. So if Usyk wants to share the ring with Parker, I would be expecting a 70-30 open book revenue share in Parker's favor. I'll get ridiculed for that. But listen, Parker's beaten Andy Ruiz. He sold out the Principality Stadium, the O2, and he's a big name in the UK. So Usyk is the B side. What an utter load of crapola. What a utter load. If Parker was the A side, then he would be the mandatory. He would be the one who's being put up for the fight, not Usyk. So he's just talking a load of absolute crapola. Okay, where are we? Let me get back. Let me stop sharing that. Or I don't even have to stop sharing. So, where are we? Okay. So yeah, is just a quick one from each guy. Who's the A side? Parker or Usyk? The Watcher. Who is the A side, the Watcher? Usyk or Parker?
Usyk.
Okay. So it's my turn. Unquestionably, without a doubt, David Higgins, stop talking, as Gillian White would say. Stop talking rubbish. Stop talking rubbish. Okay, so that is chopped and diced. Let me go over to the chat. Let me go over to the chat. You're ready for the Super Series as a heavyweight and won the Muhammad Ali trophy. You already did it. Yeah, that's Usyk we're talking about. That's Usyk. Okay. Usyk is the truth. Usyk will school White. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. So Usyk, I think you're going with White, Watcher. I think YG is going with Usyk. Ross Clark is going with Usyk. So he's going to school White. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think Usyk's going to get his chip. I see it going two ways. If it goes to points, it's Usyk. However, I'm not convinced it goes the distance. I'm not convinced it goes the distance. I think Usyk, has Usyk tasted heavier hands than White's? That's the question. That's the question that comes to my mind.
No. Oh, Gassiev is the biggest puncher that he's faced, and Gassiev couldn't do shit. So, and Dylan hits very hard with his left hook anyway.
Yeah. So, I think Usyk is going to get his whiskers tested. Definitely going to get his whiskers tested. I would like to see that fight. White is the body snatcher. Yes, indeed. Usyk is going to make White look like a fool. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I mean, he's definitely going to get his whiskers tested. Usyk is highly elusive, but I don't know. Don't sleep on White. Usyk fought all punches at cruiserweight. He ain't getting knocked out. Rivas is an absolute beast. Him doing what he did, him coming to fight, causing problems is no surprise. No surprise whatsoever. I agree. Tom Parker not getting a shot. Yeah. So who do you think deserves a shot? Who do you think deserves a shot most of the WBO? We know they might go, and we know that they're looking at Parker because he's number 2. They have procedures. Sometimes they follow them, sometimes they don't. So Parker is the favorite. Who do you think is most deserving of the shot versus Usyk? Out of Parker, Chisora, and White.
Yeah, I mean, I would say White.
Yeah.
Because White beat both of them, so White should get a chance to fight over those two.
He's beat Chisora and Parker. Yeah. I mean, that's not how it's going to work. They're going to go with the number 2 guy. Well, they're going to give him the first option. I doubt he's going to refuse it, even at 30%. He'd be crazy. I'd say it'd be crazy. I'd say it'd be crazy to turn it down. The Watcher. Who's the more deserving? Parker, Chisora, or White of the shot against Usyk?
Well, I think they're going to give it to Parker.
Yeah.
They will not give it to Chisora. Usyk's team, as I've said, don't want that.
Yeah.
And that's a risky fight anyway. So they're going to go with Parker, who doesn't come with all the antics, who's very respectful, who's very humble, who's very low-key, who's a nice person, and who has more, I'm not going to say more holes in his game, but who's probably less of a dog than a Chisora. Now, I think White deserves it, like YG said.
Yeah.
Like you said. He beat Chisora in 2016. Then he beat Parker in 2018, the first man to drop Parker as well.
Yeah.
Then he knocked Chisora out cold in a fight that he was losing, essentially. Yeah. So that's 3 wins that Usyk's not even come close to conjuring up. Usyk was getting countered against Chaz Witherspoon, which is not good. Like, you should be getting countered by a late replacement, a 4-day notice late replacement in Chaz Witherspoon. You can't, especially in the first round. I think White deserves it. The WBO, what can they do though? Like, how is that going to work? If we're like, all right, if like you're Eddie Hearn and Dillian is coming up to you saying, oh, put me in on Usyk, will that be possible? Because I don't know.
Will what be possible?
White versus Usyk.
I don't know. I think the WBO, they got their rules. I think they're going to stick to them. But in this case, I wouldn't be offended.
I think that fight.
I wouldn't be offended.
That fight easily can happen.
How?
What about if enough money is put up in front for that?
Usyk-
Because Dillian's a huge draw in the UK now. And Usyk's a big draw there too.
Isn't the whole reason Joshua was giving up that title and let Usyk fight for it because Eddie Hearn could easily make the fight with Usyk,
Yeah.
So why Eddie Hearn can't easily make the fight with
No. It's the WBO regulations. WBO regulations. Number 1 and number 2 fight for the mandatory. Well, if there's a mandatory for the belt, then they it's number 1 and number 2, or as close to that as possible. So you go to 3, 4, 5, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But if Parker is available, it's number 2. It's number 1. Usyk number 1, Parker number 2, mandatory, boom. Champion not defending the belt.
No. I'm not. I wasn't talking about that. I was saying the negotiation between Usyk and White shouldn't be that hard to make.
No. But it wouldn't. But the question is, will the WBO accept White as a fighter for the vacant belt? Because you got. They dropped him. They dropped him out of the rankings, didn't they? The WBO dropped him out of the rankings.
Oh yeah, because of his sample situation.
Yeah. Hold on. You've got the rankings up, Watcher. Is Dylan White back in the rankings?
No, I think he said he had the one from December. They didn't even upgrade it from January. I looked at it earlier. Because I was looking at it at the for the Jaime Munguia situation. I was looking at the WBO rankings.
Yeah.
He's been the number 1 contender since December, and he still ain't trying to call out Andrade.
Okay. So
no, he's not in there.
He's not in there. So, logically speaking, the WBO dropped him out. They should have put him straight back in there. Or they could come back and say, oh, he was innocent of the charge, so he deserves to be back in. So who knows? Who knows how it's going to work out?